my crypto queen. She knows the scene, turning zeros into heroes. It's my digital dream. We check the charts, those candles are green. Leverage it up, stacking it up, now my back's obscene. Yes, I've done by some meme coins. Got rug pulled once or twice. I spent too much money. Crypto took over my life. I must confess, monetary distress. I need more dry powder so I can stack up on these treasure chests. This bull run we gon' live like kings. But for right now it's going on a credit card. Oh no, no. Yeah, we about to make wife changing money. Been in the game since 2018. We were scrubs, now we 18. Wrist loaded with the bling, bling, bling. Pulling more hoes than my boy Charlie Sheen. Got B&B at $4. Solana, $2. When P. Peg $1. We was po, now we the borrower. Wife changing money. Hey, drop that beat, dog. Wife, changing money, changing my
Oh yeah. We're back. Another episode of One Pulse Vegas edition. You can see back here, got the little sphere going on in the background. We had to go ahead and do one more live since we brought all the equipment. Larry won't be with us today. Yep, I know. But it's alright though. Still gonna have a good show. Do a little PulseChain update. Maybe check out a couple other things and see what's going on. Talk about what happened today at the conference. Ooh. Yeah. Let y'all groove to that a little bit. Y'all are having a good Saturday. Sorry about that. Yeah, all right. Okay, well. Now we got everything dialed in here. I know that was pressed a couple wrong buttons there. Excuse me. So how's it going? You having a good Saturday? I'm having a pretty good Saturday. Just getting back from some dinner, and wanted to give you all a little live stream, and then probably gonna go back downstairs and check some things out, see what's going on. All the coins falling around.
Oh shit.
People losing money.
That's tragic.
You know, but we're not going to go lose any money. We're just going to go check out the scene, see what's going on, you know. So yeah, you know, it's the second day of the conference. Shout out to RG3 and the crew there for taking their time and efforts putting on the show for everyone. And shout out to the community for showing up and, you know, showing what a community can look like. And, you know, the amount of networking that goes on at this place is just, you know, it's amazing. And if you haven't gone to any meetups, you know, we could consider this one to be a regional meetup or even international meetup, actually, because, you know, we have a lot of people here from different countries as far as Australia and Bangkok. Yeah, so there's a diverse group of people here who have similar ideas and intentions. And it's not just about the tech, and it's not just about the gains. You know, it's also about the community. And something that PulseChain has is a strong community, a sticky community. And, you know, I was watching the Dollar Cost show earlier. Shout out to those guys. And, you know, they were talking about this subject. And, you know, one thing that I thought was big on keeping this community together are, you know, it starts with Hex, right? Because that was kind of the forefront of the... Yeah, hey, Gary. Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. The problem is YouTube wants you to have like 1,000 followers, I think, to go live. So I don't have 1,000 followers. I'm not anywhere close to that. And I found out that if you pay for X, you can go live on X. And so I shoot the live on X and then I just upload it to YouTube. But there is a YouTube channel and they do have the other episodes on there. I just can't shoot it live from there. So the lives come from X. And, you know, lo and behold, shout out to you. You are the first person to write a comment. And this is the 14th show, so. But, yeah, so, you know, the community actually, I'm surprised Mr. Gary's not here. You know, he's usually at these events. It's always good to see him. He always has good value to add to the community. But I'm guessing if he's not here, then he must be busy with something else, which that's fine. They did announce at the conference today that they were going to be doing the PulseChain conference again next year, March 6th through the 9th in 2026. The link for the YouTube content is also, so everything right now is being shot through Taurus Table Talk. And then this show, though, it's called One Pulse Show. So that's the handle you can find the uploaded videos to YouTube at. They'll be at One Pulse Show. And you can find all the One Pulse shows at One Pulse Show. And then the Taurus Table Talk, that's going to be kind of like the, I guess, the base network to launch the other channels for right now until I can shoot live on YouTube. So until then, yeah, it's going to be coming through the Taurus Table Talk channel. And soon I will be shooting content for the My Consumptions channel. And this is going to be a channel about health and wellness and concentrating on our consumptions. What do we consume? What do we consume through our mouth, nose, eyes, ears, skin, brain? You know, what are we telling ourselves? All these things are very important and have qualities, and these qualities have effects on us. And so this channel is going to concentrate on how these consumptions are affecting us and how we can maybe bring some balance back to our systems. And ultimately, I would like to provide some sound therapy to the community. And so I'll be doing that also through the My Consumptions channel. And that'll be, you know, an array of, well, actually, I'm not going to tell you. I'll just let you see when the time comes. But, you know, there's going to be different instruments I'll play for you guys to help actually get you to a calm and restful state, a place where the parasympathetic nervous system can be engaged. And in this place, the body can actually relax. You know, a lot of people right now, they work their jobs and, you know, they come home and relaxing to them is maybe sitting down on the couch, throwing on some TV. And, you know, part of these consumptions, you know, food isn't just a consumption. There's audio consumptions, visual consumptions. And so you turn on that TV and it's some drama or something hype going on. It's still playing on your nervous system. So while your intention is to sit back and relax, the body is doing something else. And so what I hope to provide is a 20 to 30 minute space for you to sit back and actually really get that restful state. And once the parasympathetic kicks in, what I like to say is this is when the body can kind of connect the dots. And it's in that dot connecting that the self-healing occurs, where the body heals itself. But it needs that space to be able to do it. And in today's world, you know, with rubber on our feet, so we're not getting grounded, you know, there's all of these layers of things that are being stacked. And so, yeah, My Consumptions channel is just going to kind of get into those things. But we're not on My Consumptions. We are on One Pulse tonight. And so we're going to be talking about PulseChain stuff. And let's see here. Gary said a couple more things here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Gary, that music from the start is at Cool Sheet. And I haven't been able to find him or her, whoever's making it. I haven't been able to find them yet. I was hoping to find them because I'd like to shout them out. And you'll see I actually have, at the end of the stream, I'll play another song by them, and it's just as good. They're very catchy. Listener beware, because you might find yourself replaying these songs over and over every day in your mind and get addicted to it. Let's see what else. Okay, he's in Asia right now. Mr. Gary's in Asia, going to the Dubai event in April. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know, Larry is usually here with me. You've actually met Larry. Larry does come to the live events, but he doesn't show himself. Larry just comes in on audio, and we are thankful for him and giving his time. And he comes into the studio, so actually next time you come to town, we will have to bring you into the studio. I created a nice space for 6 individuals to come together and have some conversation around a table. You know, it's kind of playing back to the table talk aspect. But yeah, appreciate the subscribe. Okay, it's not showing up on the YouTube. All right, I'll have to go and look at that and try and fix that later. Yeah, Cool Sheet. I don't know where that person's at, but yeah, shout out to them. They're pretty clever with that music, and I'm digging it. I'll probably switch up the music here and there, but for right now, this is the songs. It's gonna be even different on My Consumptions. I got a whole other plan for that one. Remember, it's gonna be a more relaxing kind of vibe. But so yeah, let's go get into some of the pricing today. Let's see what's going on with that. refresh there. Yeah, there we go. We still got the sphere little kind of in the background right now. I wanted to make sure to get that, you know. It does some pretty cool things. I wonder if any of you all have seen any concerts there. I haven't yet, but they seem pretty cool from some videos that I've seen online. Actually, it's shown right now for the Eagles, which I thought would be a pretty cool show to see. And I guess starting on the 20th, shout out to Don. Don out here he made some Hex merch that he was selling here at the conference. And he's one of the people that came all the way out from Bangkok. And he's a big Deadhead fan. And he told me he's going to be checking out this upcoming show here with the Grateful Dead. So yeah, coming up starting March 20th, the Grateful Dead's going to have quite a few shows here at the Sphere. So if you're into them, could be a nice little treat for you. I can't imagine what they're going to come up with inside. It's probably going to be pretty wild. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do a little refresh here. Get the most current pricing. Yeah, I did travel. I did a road trip here, so I'll actually be heading back out tomorrow and heading back towards home. So it was a nice little quick trip. I normally even go out to California and see some of my friends and family out that way, but wasn't really time for it on this trip. So maybe on the next one. Looks like, who knows, maybe we'll be out here again in 2026 if, all the stars align. We'll be thankful for that. So almost didn't make it this time, but, we're here and we're glad to be here and trying to, support and share value where we can. That's another thing we talked about today at the conference, RG3, real big on this, being on taking the self-accountability and not having expectations of Richard Hart or anybody else for that matter. Maybe just having the expectations of yourself and seeing how you can show up. And even these streams, for me, this was 4 years in the making. Larry and I have been talking a while for starting a show, but, I understand that hump that you feel like you have to get over, because getting on stream wasn't really something that I desired to do. I don't really care to get my face out there or anything like that, but what's more important is the knowledge. And so this is bigger than me, it's bigger than you. And so this is where this community comes into play. This crypto channel, I'm not the most technical person when it comes to the crypto. I know a little bit. But one thing's for sure is you don't have to be technical to make gains in crypto. That's for sure. But it is important that you have good people that you can ask questions from. People that can guide you in a way that's not going to get you scammed. And even then, these people can have the best intentions and you just click the wrong thing. So, the one thing about crypto, the DeFi crypto, is it's bringing accountability back to each individual when it comes to their money. And this is something humanity, at least here in America, hasn't seen for a long time. It's actually kind of interesting. I was looking at some things I wanted to show on the show today. And I guess I'll just segue over to that real quick because it kind of goes into that. Talking about Hex here. So Hex is actually, we're going to move. We already did the 7-day yesterday, so we're going to move to the 24-hour. And Hex right now is down 6.19%, coming in at 0.00954. just shy of a penny. And what I wanted to show was the hex stats charts. And I thought this was interesting because it had day 1913. And I'm sure all of you guys know out there, 1913, that's when the Federal Reserve came into play. And this is when the world got flipped upside down, especially with the monetary system. It didn't look like it then, but this was a snake hiding in the grass. And I just thought it was really interesting that it said day 1913. And the whole thing about crypto, and especially DeFi crypto, is to take the power back, take this monetary power back that was taken from us. First, 1913, the Federal Reserve got the printing press. Then next thing you know, in the 70s, they took us off the gold standard. And so here we are today, trillions of dollars in debt. And the people are the ones, basically getting the blame for it, and the ones that are having to do the bailout for these things, for the bad spending that's been going on. So yeah, 1913. But shout out to crypto for, bringing this back. It's that monetary revolution, and it's, can we say it's silent? It's silent because it's not violent, but everybody knows about crypto now. But not everybody knows about the true intention for crypto. There's a lot of cloudiness out there now because the powers to be really they don't want you to be using crypto because then you're not using their system. And you got to use their system for it to be relevant, for it to work. So, yeah, let's refresh this actually, because it's not day 1913 anymore. We had looked at this a few streams back. And so let's see now what day it actually is. It's day actually 1924. So yeah, these payouts really just got affected by the OA doing all the staking. And so right now, one T-share on PulseChain is $392, and one T-share on Ethereum is $137. And so when it comes to Hex, it's all about the T-shares. We're talking about a finished product. This isn't a project here. There's no humans going to work on Monday. There's nobody that we're expecting to make a better project. You got a lot of these coins out here. You have these teams, and they're always promising you something better. Hex was already its best. And the 5 flawless years are a clear example of that. And it's interesting now that we have the 2 copies. And I had a conversation with Grok about this. Not as Grok 3, so maybe I should revisit this conversation, but it was around which hex is going to do better, the Ethereum or the PulseChain. And Grok said the Ethereum. And I thought that was really interesting. There's what I've been seeing here in the community is a lot of people, some people think, excuse me, P-Hex is going to be the best, or some people think E-Hex is going to be the best. And when Grok said E-Hex, it got me thinking, because I'm like, well, why would it think Ethereum would do better? And if we start to think about how, like, first to market, the first to market Hex was on Ethereum. And that Ethereum Hex got so much marketing. And so there's a lot of new people coming into the space, or not even new, already in the space, but the marketing and things that they're seeing is stuff from Ethereum. And they're seeing the Ethereum Hex, and that's the first Hex that they're being brought to. Now, we can only hope that these individuals, if they weren't brought in by somebody already in the community, that hopefully, they can maybe do their own research, right? And maybe YouTube a hex channel or something like that. And then through that channels, they can learn about PulseChain and the other side of this ecosystem that's been created to free us from the Ethereum gas fees. Although, I'll be honest, it wasn't that long ago that, it was like a week ago, my fee to do a swap. So here's the problem. I got a fresh wallet, sent some Ethereum from an exchange, brought that Ethereum over through the bridge, so we got wrapped Ethereum now on PulseChain, and I wanted to swap that Ethereum for Pulse. So when you do this, a new wallet, they will gift you, I think it's around 17 cents a Pulse. The problem with that is the fees to do that swap way exceeded the 17 cents. And beyond that 17 cents, I had to grant permission for it to get access. And so that was a few cents. So that already brought, my Pulse down that I had to do the swap. So if you don't know somebody that can send you some Pulse, and you don't know about the community and can go find some faucets or different things, even with the faucets, I was seeing this one faucet, it would give a new wallet 1,000 Pulse. But 1,000 Pulse, 17 cents a Pulse, I had a $5 swap fee. So there was no doing a swap. It just wasn't happening. And to be honest with you, I still haven't swapped it. So I would have to do a lot of different faucets, like different wallets, to get those 1,000, and then send them all over to the one address just so I have enough to do the swap. And I've been trying these swaps at all different times. I'm a DJ just like the rest of y'all. I'm up at all hours, all different times, trying these different swap times to see if I can get a good fee to make the swap happen, but it just hasn't happened. And why I wanted to do that is because on the last stream, if you look at the last stream, we'll get to this later, but I dropped a coin that I found in Pump.Tires that I thought got kind of lost in the mix. And we'll visit that coin here in just a little bit. We're going to talk about the core coins first. So yeah, going back to Hex, finished product, which is going to do better? It's really anybody's guess. But I did have this, what does Richard call them? Like a think experiment or thought experiment or something. So we have two hex, P hex and E hex, PulseChain hex, Ethereum hex. How I see this, we could do an experiment. What's one of the biggest problems onboarding people to hexes? Do you know? It's the OA, the origin address. The origin address is one big snag that gets most people, especially if they're already in crypto. They see the OA address and they freak out, and then they forget that Satoshi is basically the OA of Bitcoin, and plenty of other coins out there where there's a majority holder somewhere, right, that could just drop and drop the price. The OA, as we've seen it, the community tracks the OA, and the OA only works in the favor of the community. Now, will it always do that? We don't know. Nobody knows, but we can assume that it will, because when you watch Richard, and if Richard's the one holding the keys to these wallets, which I'm not even sure he is, honestly. I don't know. He could have set something up. He's a smart guy. But if he's the one holding these keys, and what I tell people, Richard can be a little hard around the edges, especially during the extreme marketing period, which when Richard comes back to stream, you're not going to see that Richard anymore. It's going to be the old Richard. He had to play a part. He tried a way to get past the gatekeeping. Was it the best, most effective? Personally, I wouldn't say probably yes to that. But again, Richard's his own man, and he's going to do it how he sees fit. And so, more power to him. He's always been a flamboyant dude when it comes to the dress and things. And so I don't know why him buying all that stuff, maybe because he flaunted it, but it seemed like he was already into all those things before even the outrage marketing. So yeah, but what I tell people is you have to watch Richard for about 40 hours because, he would do these, 4, 5, 6 hour live streams, and he had so many nuggets in there. You had to sit through some things, but if you were listening, he has a lot to teach. And so I say after about 40 hours is when you can kind of see Richard's heart. I guess you could say pun intended, but he's in it for the glory. Fix the money, fix the world. And he wants to do that by making like-minded individuals like himself wealthy, so that through that wealth, they can make real change in this world. And so that's, what this community is trying to be a part of. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people got to know and see. We're trying to do things differently over here. Do things how they're truly intended when it comes to decentralization. So that's a little rant about that, I guess. So yeah, Richard, he's out here blazing a path. He's not telling you A, B, C. You got to kind of read between the lines. But if you're able to read between these lines, there's a path to gains. And he's still leading that path right now. I haven't lost any faith. And I think that's clear by, being here at the conference and coming onto these streams. So, going back to what I was talking about earlier, there was a lot of resistance coming and doing these streams. And specifically, coming and talking about these crypto things, 'cause I'm like, well, how much value do I have to add? I'm coming on here. I'll do some little bitty chart things. I'll show you the prices. We can talk about some stuff. But to me, is that, how much value is that? And that's why I want to do the sound therapy, because that's where I think I have more value to give. But when it comes to the crypto, I just wanted to be another voice amongst all the other voices in PulseChain. Because it's like this rolling ball, coming down the hill, this snowball. It's rolling, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to get so big that, I want when people go on to YouTube and they try crypto or something, PulseChain's coming in their face. And it's coming in their face because we have so many people out here streaming and, just trying to do their part, trying to market. This is, with Hex, we take that mentality into PulseChain. Each person, we have accountability. And that could even be hitting a like, sharing a stream, sharing a post, telling your friend about this, right? Going to a local event. It's amazing what this community has done. Back from starting with the Crypto Sparbach team, went around the country twice, educating people. And, now we had the RG3 team doing it. even across the world, there's people over in Europe doing things, people in Asia, people in Australia. And then when it comes to like the validators of PulseChain, we can actually, let's go over there and check it out actually. Oh no, not X. So let's go check out these validators real quick. Okay, here we go. Validators. So right now, this is what's so cool about PulseChain. We have 47,623 active validators across the world. So you can see here on this globe where the little dots are, this is where people have validators, individuals like you and me that are helping support PulseChain on a decentralized level. And it's really amazing. And this is pretty cool. You can actually grab this earth and swivel it around. Look, we got people up in Alaska, Canada, all over America, South America. Look at this down here. Chile, Brazil, maybe even Uruguay over there. I don't even know. Look at this. South Africa over here, going over to Africa. We got people in the Middle East, all over Europe. Looks like Russia, India, Asia. I mean, here's Australia. Look, even here down in New Zealand. Looks like a couple islands out here too. I mean, it's just amazing. I'm waiting for someone to get out here in Hawaii, That'd be pretty cool. Get one right out here, just out in the Pacific. So yeah, it's shout out to validating crew out there. Pretty awesome.
Let's go.
So yeah, we're proud of the PulseChain community. And so yeah, if we come back over here, checking out the core coins, we got PulseChain for the 24 hours. We're down 5.23%, coming in at 0.0000359. And then we got old PulseX trailing behind, still close, almost at that 1-to-1 ratio, which is amazing to me, dialing in at 0.0000336. We got Ink Token coming in at $1.98. And the Hex just shy of a penny. One thing that's pretty cool here in PulseX, we got this burn ratio down here. And what does that say? I think it says 6.54%. That's amazing. Big burn ratio on the PulseX. We also now with the Pump.Tires, we have, let's go ahead and go over there. Actually, we're going to wait for Pump.Tires. We were going to check out Purple Bitcoin again, because looks like it's on the down move again, reaching towards the purple box. Yeah, getting closer and closer here. Looks like there's some strong support down there around that 300 range. Right now it's clocking in at $487. And so, what do we say about that, folks? Buy opportunity? Well, we say that, but we also know that no financial advice. You all know. You know how it goes. Entertainment purposes only. We're just here to talk a little bit about these charts. And like I said, I'm not the analysis guy. I learned a lot from Tangent. Shout out to Tangent. And, Cosmo Jenkins. You guys remember Mr. Jenkins? Haven't seen him around in a while. But if Jenkins is out there and he hears this, would love to see you stream again, man. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I can assume why you took a break or whatever, but yeah, it'd be great to see you come out again. Really enjoyed your streams, and yeah, between Jenkins and Tangent TA is kind of the knowledge that I have. But humans, they're real good at finding patterns. And you can look at these charts and you can kind of see patterns and different things like that. So you can use a little common sense, but apparently, Richard's one of the only people that can call tops and bottoms, right? So shout out to Crypto Coffee, though. He he made a little joke, though. You can also buy the tops. We all know about the Ethereum top buy. But I still have faith in that, too. Actually, if we go, let's go take a look at them real quick. It says the PulseChain show one pulse, but we do like to check in on Bitcoin and Ethereum and see what they got going on, just to stay relevant, because there's such a demanding coins in the space. And so we have Bitcoin coming in at just over $86,000, $86,065. It's down right now for the 24-hour, 0.29%. Then we got old Ethereum coming in at $2,100 and, well, 2185 to be exact. And it is actually up 2.25% for the 24-hour. A little disappointing in the Ethereum price right now, but, we got faith that these are going to go up. Ethereum price going up, it's good for PulseChain too, I mean, what is that going to do for Ethereum? Ethereum prices go up, what does that mean? That means the gas prices are going to go up, which is going to make it a lot harder for everyday individuals to go and play on the chain. So what are they going to do? What's their next best option? Well, you already know. PulseChain.
That's fucking bullish as fuck.
You guys know who voice that was? Maybe some of y'all remember the Joker. But yeah, it's been interesting to watch over the past little over 4 years for myself, to watch the people come in and out of Hex specifically, kind of get on the curtails of the community, and then things just change. I don't know what happens. The foresight gets manipulated. I don't know. People change, I guess. That's why it's important to have a good, strong self-care program. Something we'll get into talking about on my consumptions channel. So, all right. So, yeah, I've talked about them. What was the other thing that I wanted to get into? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, do you all know tonight is the daylight savings time? So, if you're like me and didn't know, and you saw a sign walking into your hotel room, then now you know. At 2 a.m., you're going to go ahead and put the clock back an hour. And we're going to get those nice, long, sunny days where it gets dark at 9 p.m. We love that here. I love a good, warm day. So are you guys into that? Do you like getting the daylight saving time? I wanted to look at this little article here. It says the debate over daylight savings time. Should the U.S. lock the clock? Now, personally, I think they should lock the clock because I love the long, sunny days. And I think a lot of other people agree with that. And I actually already thought they had locked the clock, but I guess I heard wrong. But Mr. Senator Rick Scott says he has introduced the Sunshine Protection Act, proposing to make daylight savings time permanent to end the biannual clock changes. This initiative has sparked a debate on whether to adopt permanent DST or standard time. Advocates for permanent DST argue it would provide more evening daylight. That's what I like. Potentially boosting commerce and leisure activities. I mean, pretty basic, yes. In contrast, supporters of standard time argue it aligns better with natural light cycles, promoting health, safety, and darker mornings. Health, safety, and productivity. Critics of the DST point to issues like workers and past failures when DST. Wait, hold on. Sorry, this thing's a little far from me reading, so let me put my finger over here, that might help. So let's just start back here. Critics of DST point to issues like darker mornings affecting school children and workers, and past failures when DST was made permanent. This discussion encompasses public frustration with time changes, health impacts, economic considerations, and how best to align timekeeping with modern lifestyles and scientific understanding of circadian rhythms. Well, going into health and going into consumptions, consuming the sunlight, talking about the early morning sunlight being the best to consume. And, personally, I keep a little bit later schedule than most. So I do like that lighter day, but I also, I'm a little conflicted with that, because if we're talking the circadian rhythm and having the alignment of the light with the circadian rhythms, then, that's important also. So maybe TBD on that, I want to spend a little time thinking about that, actually. And maybe you guys can spend a little time thinking about it too. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Should we go to DST or standard time? What should we lock it in at? But here, let me get this little sign off here. So yeah, thanks for coming and checking out the show. Really appreciate it. Glad to be here. Glad to be sharing. I hope y'all having a lovely weekend. And tune in next time. Until then, stay one pulse ahead. Ciao.
How big is your sack on PulseChain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. How big is your sack on PulseChain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. I was looking for a change, something new, decentralized, either new. Stacking PLS6, liquidity on the decks. Somebody help me. My sack is so heavy. Get some Spark Swap, get the Dex Bounce, get the GOAT token, Legion Protocol, get some P-Dye, get some P-Drip, get some Teddy Bear, get some P-Hex. You know we here for the 100X. Put your heart always with the Gucci bags. I asked you once, I asked you twice. How big is your sack on PulseChain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. How big is your sack on PulseChain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. It's both a blessing and a curse having a sack this big.
My sack to
PulseChain.com. Awesome. It's got higher throughput. It's deflationary. It burns 25% or more of the fees. There's no inflation. It never mints new coins.
How big is your sack?
It's going to be the world's largest free airdrop. So people love free money.
How big is your sack?
And they don't like the high fees. And this addresses all those issues. It's really cool.
How big is your sack?
Could Pulse do the same 10,000x that Hex did? Yes, it could.
How big is your sack?
The likelihood of that event? I don't know.
How big is your sack?
I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I got some more cool shit coming.